my name is Katie, and this is part 2 of the quiz video. So, now we're moving on to Java control statements and do. Okay, now we have question 1. What will be the output of the following cards? We have so x is equal to 5, and if x is greater than 2, which is true, and if x is greater than 4, it's also true. So now input A and this not to B. Okay. Now we have question 2. How many times will the following loop occur? And I equals to 1. Well, I is less than equal to 5, so I can find hello. Now we have question 3. What is the output of the following Java code? And equals 0. 0 is less than 5. Now we're going to increment it and subtract. So if 1 is equal to 2, right? So combine I is plus difference of 1. Okay, and then we have question 4. What is the correct syntax for a do while loop in Java? Now we have question 5. What would be graphical terms? Now we have question 6. What happens if the condition in an if statement is false? Moving on, we have question 7. Which loop guarantees execution at least once? Now we have question 8. Which keyword is used to skip the current iteration in a loop? Break, exit, continue, skip. Now we have question 9. What is the correct structure for a switch phase block? Okay, so I got 88% and I only got one question wrong, which is this one. Okay, now we are moving on to Java methods. We have the first question. What is the default return type of a method in Java if none is specified? To a void int object, it is compilation error when return type is not present. Okay, and then moving on, we have question 2. Which statement about instant methods is correct? So we have they cannot be accessed from static methods. They require an object to be called. They are automatically synchronized. They must be declared final. They can only be accessed from static methods. Now we have question 3. What happens if we declare a method both static and final? Compilation error. This method cannot be overwritten. The method can be overridden, and runtime error. It cannot be overridden. Now we have question 4. What will happen in calling a snake method using an object? Now we have question 5. Which of the following will cause a compile time error in a method overriding? Overriding method and erroneous access modifier. Overriding method for the same return type. Overriding method overriding attention. Overriding method trying to check exceptions. Now we have question 6. What is method overloading? Two methods with the same name and parameters. Two methods with parameters. Now we have question 7. What is the correct syntax to call a method name display from the same class? Okay, and then we have question 8. What is the use of for args in Java? Now we have question 9. Which method is called to interrupt program starts executing? Now we are continuing with Java arrays. So we have question 1. Which of the following is the correct way to declare an array in Java? So we have question 2. What will be the output of the following code? And enter 2, so 0, 1, 2. Now we have question 3. What is the default value of an integer array in Java? Now 0, 0. Now we have question 4. Which of the following is used to determine the length of an array in Java? The length, not that one. Now we have question 5. What is the output time complexity for accessing an element in an array by index? That will be A. Now we have question 6. Which of the following creates an array of 5 integers? Question 7. How do you access the third element of an array R? In square brackets 0, 1, 0, 1. So that will be C. Now we have question 8. How many rows and columns are in a 2D array? Int array me. Int. Oh. Question 9. Which of these define multi-dimensional array in Java? Okay.